What is going on, Subsonic Dubs? And Happy New Year! Canada,
I don't know
North
what it
America,
means.
London, Europe, Japan, wherever you are in the world, Happy New Year to you guys. We're back again, and this time it's Jujutsu Kaisen episode 14. It's been like a week's break. If you guys didn't realize, we did an hour-ish long podcast about like our thoughts of animes of the year and what we thought was like the low-key anime of the year, like the surprisingly that turned out to be anime of the year material with the Great Pretender for me, which is kind of cool. So
Yeah.
if you want to go see that, we'll put the description in the comment section below and in the actual description, and let's just get right into it, boys.
Yeah.
It's the start of the new arc for Jujutsu Kaisen.
We had a
And-
very long break. It wasn't that long, but it
2
felt
weeks.
like
I missed
forever.
the show.
It felt like a month. It really did.
I had withdrawal symptoms. I missed the show. But we start off with Jogo. Surprisingly, it was cool to see that we started off with the villains. We see him smoking a brain.
Yeah, it was definitely a transfigured human, I think.
Yeah,
You think?
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like, it's definitely some kind of like weird curse object thing that he has,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if like Mahito's like, "You need me to make another one for you?"
That's
Yeah,
what it
that's
felt like, right?
honestly
That's
what
it
I
felt
think
like,
it is.
Yeah. It was weird though, cause like it starts off with them, and it was a cool way. 'Cause I feel like that's gonna be like the quiet part of this season of this arc, although most of it will be about the exchange event, which seems to be the main story part. But it's Mahito jumping into the hot springs, and then them talking about how they're actually trying to provoke Sakuna and like give him more fingers to take more control of Itadori. And it was really cool to see them saying like, hey, look, don't worry about it. Like, we already have the Jujutsu school already has 6 fingers that they're not giving to Itadori yet, and this is why we're already giving the fingers that we had to him, so he takes complete control.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting that they're sticking to that strat, especially after Mahito got to interact with Sakuna a bit. It's like, what makes you think that strategy is still the one to use if you interacted with Sakuna and Sakuna obviously didn't want anything to do with you? So I like to see them change their strategy up a bit.
But okay. you go ahead.
But they said they don't care if they die or anything that happens. They say that as long as Sakuna is like the king, right? Like, as long as he's the ruler of the world, basically, they've succeeded. So they don't care.
They basically just want curses.
Oh my god, that is a new one.
They basically just want curses on top, like no matter the cost. Like they said, even if that means themselves dying. So.
Yeah, it's also interesting to like learn that the school has a lot of fingers in their possession that they're just not telling Itadori or Gojo about. So it'll be interesting.
I think Gojo knows because Nanami and him were talking about it later on the episode.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We got that little funny scene between them, and he's like, "If I gave it to you to like." If Nanami gave it to Gojo would probably feed it to Itadori
right away.
That's why he gave it to the school.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like they were quick to say that Mahito was quick to say that I made a mistake during that fight with Itadori. I didn't turn Junpei into a what's it called?
He's basically was saying he had like a lot of options he could have done, and he's like not sure if the one he went with was like the best.
But he said that Sakuna is too arrogant and too like cocky to like change.
Yeah, I think he said
back.
Yeah, if he could have turned Junpei into someone that Sakuna could have fixed or healed, I think that was the general idea.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Also, we got a new intro this week, right? We finally got the second intro, and I think the music is not as good as the first music, but I think the visuals are really good though.
I skipped it.
Oh my god, dude.
It hurts every time, bro. No matter how many times Wes says it, it hurts.
I'm always gonna say it too.
But
I'm disappointed in you.
Also that right after the intro we catch up with Nanami and Gojo, and we see them have their little interaction, and Gojo's he plays his little game where he says, "What are things you love about me?" And he says everything, and it's why we love Gojo. He's nuts.
That's why Gojo better win Best Boy at the Crunchyroll Awards.
Also, I'm just gonna throw this in here Tuni's been reading the prequels to Jujutsu Kaisen, and he said that where he's not so sure if Gojo is the most powerful sorcerer anymore.
Okay, yeah, I should have edited that because I said for long. That's what I wanted to say, for long, because there's some. If you guys have read the prequels, there's someone that I really focused on, and he has the potential to be better than Gojo.
I think it's Fushiguro, but let's just keep going.
I'm just gonna say it was hinted at in this episode a little bit. So
I think it is Fushiguro then.
Okay, no, it's not Fushiguro,
okay.
but they mentioned him.
Or it's that guy on the Kyoto side.
No.
The leader of the clan. Leader of the clan guy.
You're talking about Toto. You're talking about Toto, right?
No.
You guys can keep on guessing, but
I'm not really that worried about
it. Anyhow, we see Itadori run in, just slide into the scene, and he's super excited. You know,
they brought him in like a case, Gojo brought in basically a wheelbarrow.
Before the wheelbarrow, this dude Gojo said that we're gonna surprise them so hard that global warming will be solved.
Yeah, it's gonna solve global warming. Oh my god. I love how Gojo and Itadori are on like the same wavelength of stupid, bro.
Go with the flow. They're just going through it, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
no one's gonna compliment.
It was a good moment. It was kind of. I was hoping for a little bit deeper. Okay, you know, like Itadori came back to life, bro, and like Fushiguro and what's her name? Nobara. It's just like, you're a fucking idiot. Why? Why?
Bro, they were so stone faced in that, like, they're like, so here you
just tell it was such a dumb like idea from Gojo and Itadori that it was just like Gojo gave the other school like a present. They all just looked at their presents and they ignored everything.
Bro, I'm not.
He's like, here's Sakana's vessel, and they're all just like looking at their. Like,
the principal was shook too, bro.
Oh yeah.
That was the best thing. Like, I feel like Gojo always has these ulterior motives, bro, and he's just like, hey, look, he's right here. Gojo is into some crazy shit. I'm convinced. But in my opinion, it looks like the Kyoto school clearly outmatches the Tokyo school.
Really?
Just based on year, like how old the elder students.
The first years are so strong.
Yeah.
I also
they are third years basically.
Dude, also that girl Nishimiya cutie pie. But
wait, is that the one that looks like a witch kinda with the broomstick?
Yeah, the little broomstick.
Okay, yeah.
Nah, she's psycho, dude. That's like your obsession with the girl from My Hero, the villain.
I love her. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Toga, right?
Toga.
That's my wife.
Okay. Casey's into psychos, okay, noted.
But also that ultimate Mecha Maru guy looks kind of
he looks cool.
Yeah.
So we got a panda versus a robot.
I'm excited.
Only anime.
I'm so excited for that. But so right after that, we pretty much see them explain that the first event will be a wacky curse spirit exorcism race. That was a mouthful, and there's basically no rules, right? So I think that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like hunt curses of various levels. I think the strongest is a grade 2, and you can sabotage the other school all you want, basically. Yeah. So, and then we go from that to where both schools are by themselves, and it's basically the old principal telling Kyoto kill Itadori. So that's another obstacle the Tokyo school is going to have in their faces.
I don't think that's going to go the way they expect.
Oh, it's definitely not.
That's not going to go right.
Wait, just to touch on that a little bit too, because when they introduced Itadori to the rest of the school, the children or whatever, right, the students, Fushiguro is like, if there's anyone that could go up against Toto or without using
without the exact words were, if everyone at Kyoto and Tokyo didn't have curse energy, Itadori beats everyone,
every single one,
and you're just like, what?
Wait, but that's kind of crazy because we haven't seen Toto's powers yet, right? So he's just using raw strength stuff.
And I think it was also mentioned that he wiped out a ton of curses without even using curses.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how strong Itadori is.
Mm-hmm.
And also Toto, that's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Toto, the buff guy,
the buff guy. okay, so quickly before we move on to like Todo and that meeting that they had in Kyoto, there was also that moment where we see the Tokyo school talk. Itadori gets a briefing on Toge's power. I don't know how to say his name. The guy with the
speech user, right?
Yeah. So it was really. I didn't really understand his powers too much, but the more like serious the word is, the more powerful it is, but also the more blowback he gets on it.
Yeah.
So it was cool, and that also tied in afterwards in the Kyoto team's meeting where they said we can't just all group up and attack Itadori because
he'll smoke everyone. Basically.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool to see that, but it was cool to see that the principal says Itadori is not a person. Because of that, you have no reason to hesitate.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see Todo. I don't know. I'm not. This was a cool scene to me because, oh my god, Toonie is half and half. Todo leaves the meeting to go see his waifu. But clearly the school is afraid of him, or they respect him a lot because they didn't want to mess with him. Like
I think it's definitely more fright because even like in the first few episodes of the show, Gojo's like, you guys are trying to like to sort of like restrict all these powers that are like Todo's powers, Yuji's powers, Yuto's powers, like which you're not going to be able to like restrict it for that long, and we kind of see that now because no one can tell Todo what to do. Like he's so strong, like you can't control him, right? So we're kind of we're kind of seeing that like develop.
Okay. I think he's definitely gonna cause some trouble in this arc. I don't get the idea that he is going to like go along with these plans and like try to kill Itadori necessarily. I think he's definitely going to try to fight Itadori just to kind of like measure the strength.
I think so.
But I feel like there's gonna be some like respect between them eventually. Like they're gonna be like work together more than anything. I think like so in the future maybe.
Yeah, it was kind of also interesting to point out that like the moment he kind of lost full and left the room was when they started talking about killing Itadori because like before then he was just sitting listening and whatever, right? So so maybe he's not on the board like the whole killing aspect. Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how that plays out. I think Todo's gonna be a very important character this arc.
For sure.
Clearly because he's on the fence about this killing and he's definitely gonna have something to say about it. Next we see though is Gojo asks Lori is her name? I had to go search this up, by the way, but I believe she's just like the principal. She's not exactly a student. She's just
it's
an administrator.
Urahime Iori.
Iori, okay. But Gojo asked her to spy on the students.
Yeah.
It was funny because he also didn't give her a present. It was funny. I think they got a little love interest going on there, but it's cute.
Yeah, I'm a shipper already, bro.
Oh,
I ship him.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know though, if you notice she has that big scar on her face and so does Todo. Is there something connected?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh. Maybe they both had a big fight that they were in and
maybe.
But it's like almost identical. Like how like it's both on their face.
Are you saying it's maybe he's like her kid or something, bro?
No. But there's there's something going on because even as I look at some of like the character pictures, like second year like Kokichi Muda from Kyoto as well has like a scar on his chin. They all kind of look similar. So like I'm interested to see if they like explain that this season.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
I'm not too sure about that. I didn't even notice it, to be honest with you. But after that, we just kind of get them walking out, talking about the event, and it's like the hype building up for next week's hopeful. Oh my god, he's gone full. It's back. Don't you just love this, bro? He looks. This is the clearest Toonie's ever looked, but now there's another problem. Hopefully, it's fixed next week. But we also after that we see Itadori do a little pose, pretending he's the leader of the group. Them saying, "Are you dumb?
Why are you taking lead?"
He's if anything, he's gonna be like the distraction, right? Like the main, like they just like he goes crazy, does his thing, and then like everyone has like their own strategic plan to like basically use him as bait.
I also think Gojo knows that the other school's trying to kill him, but
I
think he expects.
100%.
I think he expects Itadori to be so strong now that doesn't like they can't do anything to him. I think he's expecting. that to happen.
It definitely seems like also like Maki is like very intelligent and like a good leader for their school. So if she doesn't have a clue, like maybe like Gojo tells her or something, but I feel like she's gonna have like a good plan of like how to like win this arc for their school.
I think so. It's gonna be Maki's probably like she's a third year, right?
Yeah.
Or
second year.
Yeah, they have 1/3.
She's just very intelligent. Yeah, third year is not playing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it though. It's gonna be fun to see like sorcerer on sorcerer fights.
That was cool to also hear. Like I don't know if you guys noticed, but like they mentioned that the third year, like I don't know if Hikari is his name, but he like won a 1v1 last year to win. Like yeah, like that was kind of cool just to like hear.
Wait, it wasn't a 1v1. It was a 1 versus everyone. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
It
was Utah, right? The second year that's currently like away or on. Or suspended or something?
It was one who they said this is when he was saying why the event's held in Tokyo.
Yeah. That was.
I thought it was just a 1v1.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's because he won the event by himself. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, man. I feel like I remember. I hear 1v1.
Because I know exactly the scene because this is when Panda's explaining to
Nobara why she has so much luggage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But after that, we see the outro. I love the outro this time around. It's not as good as the first. Again, I think they really hit it out of the park with that first set of.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't keep the first one because it was such a hit. Like
everyone loved it.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of cool. It's a little vlog style thing on a phone. The vertical filming. Yeah. It's cute.
Oh, since we're talking about openings and outros, did you kind of get the feel from the opening that? When it opens up, they're all in black, and Gojo has flowers in his hand. So I kind of inferred that's just like Junpei's like funeral, maybe. Mm-hmm. So that was a cool detail to see.
Did you see at the end of the intro that everything like sucks back in time again?
Oh, I don't know if that's it, bro. That's a good theory, but I don't think that's it.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is there's a lot of spoilers in the opening.
It looked like there's a lot going on in that opening.
So you skip it.
I mean, that's true. But
the worst spoilers for openings is Black Clover, and I refuse to be told under
100%.
But to end the episode off, we had a pretty hilarious Juju scroll. Mm-hmm. It was the girl that Toto likes eating sushi.
Oh yeah, and him watching her, I think, on the TV.
Yeah, him watching her on the TV. What an oddball Toto is. I love him, but what a weirdo.
He's a stan, bro.
He's truly a stan. She's like an idol, isn't she?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about my idol likes. But okay, that's been Subsnow Does Jujutsu Kaisen episode 14. There if you guys liked the video, please hit us with a like. Hit us with a subscribe. If you want to stick around, and hit the notification bell so whenever we post a video, you can see it right away. That'll be all, boys. Bye.
And girls, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Shit. Yeah, we do have 21% girls. Bye.